Okay, everybody, it's Julia Cook, and today I want to read to you I Want to Be the Only Dog. This is a book about brothers and sisters and getting along with your siblings. And the funny thing about this book is I used to travel with three dogs when I go to school: Jake, Angus, and Kirby. And I would take them to schools and they would teach kids all about not going up to people with dogs and how to be safe. And they were great at school. But when they'd go home, they'd go in the playroom, they'd knock down the container of all the toys, they'd make a big fat mess, and they'd fight over the toys, and then I had to clean them all up. And I started thinking, wow, that's kind of like my kids when they were little. So I decided to write a storybook about brothers and sisters based on my dogs. Now, just this last year, Angus passed away because he was 15 and he just got too old. And just a few months ago, Jake passed away because he was 17. And that's a really good long life for a dog. But, that's kind of sad. So, as a tribute this summer, we decided to read I Want to Be the Only Dog. And then at the end, Kirby's still here. So, I'm going to show you Kirby. So, here we go. I'm going to put on my glasses. It's called I Want to Be the Only Dog. Here we go. My name is Jake, and I just want to be the only dog. My life used to be perfect. I didn't have to share my toys. I didn't have to share my treats. I didn't have to share my clothes. I never got left at home. Most important of all, I was my mom's absolute favorite dog. Those were the glory days. Now they're over. Give it back. Stop that. He won't share. I had it first. She kicked me. Stop. He'll tear. My mom always says, "You're lucky, Jake. You get to be a big brother." Kirby and Angus are such a pain and they don't get along with each other. Angus takes my toys without asking, then he chews them up into bits, then he looks at me with those great big brown eyes, and I just want to throw a fit. And Kirby, she thinks she's so special because she's the only girl. She prances around like a princess. She can even make her tail curl. Everyone thinks she's so stinking cute, but if they knew her like I do, they'd say she's a spoiled brat, spoiled rotten all the way through. I just want to be the only dog that my life wouldn't be what it seems. If I could go back to the way things were, my life would be a dream. My name's Angus. I want to be the only dog. If I was the only dog, I wouldn't have to share my toys. I wouldn't have to share my treats. I wouldn't have to share my clothes. I'd never get left at home. Most important of all, I'd be my mama's absolute favorite dog. That's mine. Stop it. Hey, no fair. I had it first. She bit me. Don't pull my hair. My mom always says, "You're lucky, Angus. You get to be in the middle. Jake paves the way for you in the world. Well, Kirby, you don't feel so little." Jake always acts like he's the boss. He's always telling me what to do. He steals my treats every chance he gets. He says stuff I know ain't true. And Kirby, she gets away with everything. She's so tiny and sweet. One little thing don't go her way, she'll grit and bare her teeth. Everyone thinks she's so stinking cute, but if they knew her like I do, they'd say she's a spoiled brat, spoiled rotten all the way through. I just want to be the only dog that my life wouldn't be what it seems. If I wasn't stuck in the middle, my life would be a dream. My name's Cubby. I'll be the only dog. If I was the only dog, I wouldn't have to show my toys. I wouldn't have to show my tweets. No one would pick on me and tell me what to do. Most important of all, I'd be my mama's absolute favorite dog. Put it back. Quit it. Don't you dare. I had it first. He pushed me. That's not fair. My mom always says, "You're lucky, Cubby. You could have had two big brothers." She knew him the way I knew him. She won't be their mother. Jake always acts like he knows everything. He's bossy and he has to be first. He's always telling me what to do. Living with him is the worst. And Angus picks on me when no one's looking. Mom sees his great big brown eyes. She smiles and says, "Cubby, Angus wouldn't make you quiet." Yeah, right. I just want to be the only dog, then my life wouldn't be what it seems. If I didn't have two big mean brothers, my life would be a dream. Stop touching me. Move. Go sit over there. I had it first. It's my turn. He won't shout. That's it, said my mom. Stop. Why do you guys have to fight all the time? Why can't you just get along with each other? It's not fair. Jake, Angus is your favorite. You always get he's so mad. No, Angus is your favorite. He always gets his own way. No, it's Kirby. Kirby's your favorite because she's the only girl. I don't have a favorite. When you're a mom, there's no such thing. I love you all in different ways. You make my life a dream. Every time a mom gets a new dog, her heart gets bigger with love. There's plenty of me to go around. Come here and I'll give you a hug. You're so lucky to have each other. Someday you'll figure it out. A sibling is a lifelong gift, a gift I will tell you about. Siblings help you learn about life. They teach you how to share. They give you a chance to practice your skills so that you can use them everywhere, like tolerance and patience and kindness. And over time, your siblings become such great friends. Sometimes you won't like each other, and that's the way it's supposed to be, but your love for each other will always be there, like the love that you have for me. But Jake's always telling us what to do, and he always says stuff we know ain't true, and you always let him stay up late, and he expects us to think he's so great. Well, Kirby, you think just because you're a girl, you're better than us with your tail in a curl. You always have to have your own way. When Kirby's not happy, we have a bad day. And Angus, you always take our stuff, then you chew it up, and we've had enough. Then when we get mad at you, you start to cry, and Mom can't resist your great big brown eyes. Well, you might think things don't seem fair. There's something y'all need to know. Fair doesn't ever mean equal. Understanding that will help you grow. Try not to compare yourselves to each other. You're unique in every way. Each of you has strengths and weaknesses that can help you get through your day. I'm not going to be your judge or your jury when you don't get along with each other. You got to figure out a way to resolve it yourself and figure out how to treat each other. It's never okay to hit a sibling or push or kick or bite. You don't want to hurt the people you love, and fighting isn't right. Instead of fighting, just talk it out. Just state what's on your mind. Angus, please don't take stuff that's not yours. And Jake, do your best to be kind. Kirby, please try to compromise and get along with others. Your life would be so much better if you could be nice to your brothers. A sibling is a lifelong friend who knows everything you've been through and accepts you for who you really are, regardless of what you do. You get to be a sibling, so take this gift in stride. Someday you realize how lucky you are to have each other in your life. Wow, what a mess this player is. There's stuff everywhere. Just look. Every toy in this house is on the floor. And Angus, you chewed up my book. Clean it up, you three, this mess you made, and do it right away. Till everything's put back in its place, none of you will get to play. I sure am glad I'm not the only dog. Me too. Me free. Is this yours? Here, I'll help. I'm sorry I made you mad. I'll get the broom. Wow, we cleaned this up fast. Having siblings, actually, isn't that bad. Angus, please don't take my new blankie. Here with this rawhide instead. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, I really don't have a sibling. I'm an only child. But, this book can kind of apply to you anyway, because what if you're in a classroom and your teacher has a lot of kids and you're one of them? And that doesn't mean she loves one of you more than others. She loves you all, because every time a teacher gets a new kid in her class, her heart grows bigger too. And if you're playing on a baseball team or a soccer team or a basketball team, that's the same thing. I mean, the coach cares about all of you. And so it kind of applies to that too. And your teammates and your classmates can also teach you some great skills. All right. So in honor of Jake and Angus, here is Kirby Derby Doodle. Now, Kirby Derby is 3 pounds, and she has a little tail that curls when she walks, just like the book. And she's 12 years old, so she's kind of getting up there. That means she's like 84 dog years. So, she doesn't like to go alone because she always went with Jake and Angus. So now when I go to schools, I also bring Tommy. And this is Tommy. And she's 3 pounds too. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. So Tommy and Kirby do puppy sandwiches with my face, and we go to schools all the time. Now, if you guys like that read aloud, in July, I'm launching a website called Cookie Bites, and it'll have all the Boys Town stories recorded by me, so you can just look at your book and follow along, and I'll be reading them. So if you're interested in that, just like my Facebook page and follow that, and you'll get an announcement about that release. I sure had fun seeing you guys today. I hope you have an amazing Thursday.